let's talk about additive inverses. Now, think about what this means. To add, inverses mean opposites, basically. So we're going to add opposites. Now, an additive inverse really is just that. If I add opposite numbers, what does that mean? Well, 3 plus negative 3 gives me 0. So thinking about it this way, if I start with nothing, like right now I have nothing, and then I give you $5, then I take away $5, you're back to where you started with nothing. And that's the idea of additive inverses, that if we add these two numbers together, wherever we started, that is where we will finish, with like this coming full circle type idea. Now, sometimes the easiest way to do this is to look at a number line. Okay, so if I think of, I'm always starting at 0. Okay, this is because if I have nothing, I'm starting at 0. Now, if I say, okay, well, what about 2? To get to 2, I move 1, 2, positive 2. If I want to get back to where I started, what am I going to add to 2? Well, if I'm now at 2 and I want to go back to where I started, I have to go back 2, which means I'm subtracting 2. So that's kind of the idea of additive inverses on a number line, is that wherever you start, you're going to go the other direction. So think about if we start at 4. Let's say 4 is our starting point. And then let's say we subtract 3. 1, 2, 3. So now I'm over here. Well, what if I want to get back to where I started, but I started at 4? Well, if I now add 3, 1, 2, 3, I'm back to where I started. Again, additive inverses. So when you add a 3 and a negative 3, or a 4 and a negative 4, they are going to undo each other, and you are right back where you started. So here, let's just say again that we're going to start at 0. And now the number we're given is negative 3. How do I get to negative 3? Well, 1, 2, 3. So now I'm here. 3 to the left of 0. Well, how do I get back to where I was? How do I get back to 0? I need to go right, and on a number line, to go right means to add. So I'm going to add 3. So if I was at negative 3 and I move right 3, I'm back to where I was. So the idea of additive inverses is adding the opposite.